Hello folks, Fuzz here, welcome to another World of Warcraft Battle for Azeroth beta video. Now I'm sure many of you are aware that when Battle for Azeroth launches, we won't actually have access to our artifact powers. And it seems in this latest patch that's just come out for the beta, we're starting to see exactly how this is going to work. So when the beta launches, what's going to happen is you're not going to lose access to your actual artifact weapons. Okay, you're still going to have them as actual physical items. But what is going to happen is all of the traits will disappear. So all of the traits that you've currently activated, they simply won't work in Battle for Azeroth. And I'm assuming at some point before the expansion launches as well, maybe in the pre-launch patch, this is when this is going to happen. And you get a bit of text here as well. However, it's not the end for your artifact weapons. But before I talk about that, I should just briefly mention as well that anything that rewards artifact power currently in Legion will not do so in Battle for Azeroth, and any artifact power that you currently have but don't spend will be turned into a grey item that can be sold for a substantial amount of gold. So if we're getting close to the point where this is going to be happening in a pre-patch or whatever, you might not want to go ahead and spend your artifact power, but rather save it for when this change happens, and then you can sell it all to a vendor and get rich from it. Depending on how much you have, of course. But I should also mention as well that the actual altar that you can access, where you would normally sort stuff out for your artifact weapon in Legion, it will still exist and you can still click it. Obviously you can't spend any more artifact power into investing into points or traits or whatever, but you can still alter the appearance of your artifact weapon. Although this is actually rather redundant now, as I will explain in a... What the heck is going on here? Well, that is one big ass weapon. Anyway, I was going to say, this is rather redundant now, this altar. I'm not sure whether they'll be keeping it here or not, because you don't need to visit this particular place in order to change the appearance, since you can do this via Transmog, which I'll show you in a moment. And a lot of the artifact appearances, in fact I think most of them, will still be available so long as you've collected them at this point in Legion. When Battle for Azeroth launches, they will be saved to your account for the rest of WoW's life. However, there's, I think, just a mage tower, maybe one other, but I can't remember one off the top of my head, that the appearance won't be available from Battle for Azeroth onwards unless you get that appearance while the mage tower is able to be active during Legion's final end. However, Blizzard have also said that the mage tower will be active permanently from an undesignated point in the future to the launch of Battle for Azeroth, so you can work on getting any appearances you want to get at that point without fear of the mage tower becoming redundant. But I'm going to head outside now and I'll show you how the transmog works. And there is nothing really surprising here. It works pretty much as you would expect it to. So you visit your transmogrifier, and all of the appearances you've unlocked during Legion will now be available for selection, regardless of what weapon you have equipped. Obviously you need the right type of weapon that can be transmogged, but I mean, you don't have to have your artifact equipped in order to change the appearance. So only the ones you've unlocked, of course, will be here. So make sure you get all of the appearances you want. But as I say, you can get most of them still once Battle for Azeroth launches, just one or two that you'll want to make sure you've got them now before it launches, because they will become unavailable. And I'm sure many of you know, but just in case you don't, I can't show you on this character actually, but there will be a new type of artifact power system, but you'll be collecting Azerite instead of artifact power, and you'll be wearing a special necklace which will allow you to add certain traits to various pieces of other armour when you collect Azerite, as you normally would collect artifact power. So we'll see how this system works going forward in Battle for Azeroth. I think the artifact system was pretty much hit and miss. Obviously people liked the concept of actually getting artifact weapons and a new sense of progression as well, which is always a good thing, especially once you've hit the level cap. But just a few aspects of it I think weren't very popular, mainly due to down to the fact of having to farm artifact power over and over and over. But we'll see how this new system works, as I say, with this necklace item as we go through the next expansion. But let me know what you think, guys, of the fact that artifacts are retiring. And just one more thing I want to mention as well briefly. I'm not sure whether the text for this is going to change, but if you mouse over the artifacts, you can still see it says the equip effect is active. Grants Wake of the Ashes, for example, here with Ashbringer. But in fact, it's not active. As you can see, the ability itself is greyed out, so all of the artifact traits will be turned off. I'm assuming that equip bonus there is probably going to be removed from the text at some point during the beta. But yeah, as I was saying, guys, let me know in the comments section what you think about the artifact system in Legion, and is it a good thing that it's being retired here in Battle for Azeroth, and what do you think about the new Azerite system that's being introduced in its place? But that's it for me for today, guys. Hope this little video has been informative for you, and I'll see you next time.